When you have a day like this on AMC, okay, or GameStop where you have 20% gain on the green and potentially we could have 30%, okay? But with more than 200 million shares being traded today, tells me that this might only be the beginning. So let's give a closer look tomorrow pre-market, even though pre-market do not necessarily translate into what the actual session is going to look like. But given the fact that we have volume coming back potentially because of a gamma squeeze or a margin call, anyhow, anyway, this is a setup that day traders, swing traders, and a lot of people who buy above, okay, will get in maybe around the 50, will all of a sudden start looking like, man, I thought this thing will never pick up again. So let me add some more shares so that I will increase my volume, I will increase my power, I will increase the number of shares that I have so that I will get to that point even faster. All right, so that's one. Second, you have all of the guys who thought this was dead, who thought this was going back to the lower 26, will get back in order to make a quick buck. Okay, so all of those adds a buying pressure. It does add buying pressure, and I can definitely see this gaining maybe another 25%, maybe a 50% tomorrow. Yeah, because if we are in the middle of a gamma squeeze, or which I don't really necessarily expect it to be the case, because last time we checked on Friday, the volume on the options, the calls especially, were not that, there was nothing there really indicating that we're going to be into a gamma squeeze this week. But you just never know, man. But this looks like a margin call to me. Why? Because we have a ton of short sellers who came in when this thing was still flying around the 30s, stabilizing around the 30s, and they were like, man, this thing is going back to 10, just going back to 15. Oh, the share price of AMC at this point doesn't make any sense. Let me short this. Okay, so this might make sense for those guys, and they're now having to cover those positions. But I wouldn't expect this to actually translate into margin calls for the big fish we have in the play here. So again, depending on how tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and definitely Friday goes, if we continue to have those 20, 25, 50% up, then only then we might expect to hit a new all-time high that I think will trigger price points where even the big fishes will start looking like, man, we need to get out.